gave everybody, probably drivers and everybody, a chance to catch their breath and go for the part 2 of the race.
And it still was a case of that, and it still remained quite a frenetic finish to this particular race, as it was initially Justin Fisher and Tom Clark who got them away, but towards the end it was quite a different story.
Yes, it was. And Tom Clark, I don't think when he got into the lead, I don't think it was really... I didn't, with all due respect to Tom, I didn't anticipate him to hold on, but hats off, he did just that.
And it's the first time red top for the what was he? A budget stocks at Westworld. He did initially, so he has raced from red before, but red isn't.
Yes, but red in the old Westworld stock cars, again, with all due respect, is not the same as in Bristol Formula 2. But no, to be honest, he's been coming along really well and thoroughly deserved win. The irony is that final win was literally his only world qualifying score. So whilst he took an emphatic semi-final win, a meeting final win, we're not going to see him in a semi-final.
No, we're not, unfortunately, because as he explained to me in the interview, he isn't going to get, like I say, he's unlikely to travel. The qualifying round, final win, and a man who had rotten luck all weekend, and for quite some time, it's finally paid off. Tom Clark. Tom, you're up to Red Roof. Fantastic win. Tell us about that race.
I can remember a lot about it, to be fair. I just kept my foot in and just kept in. What more can you do, really? Up to red now and see how it goes from there. It's going to be challenging.
Yeah. Oh, so you had Justin Fisher alongside you with company chasing with the Blues. Looks like Justin got away, and then he got caught up with the back markers, and you seem to just dive through and take through the gap.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit lucky, really, because I think it was Paul Rice sort of went up over the top of Fisher, and I managed to get a little bit of a break and get away, so it just fell for me for a change. Bit better luck. That's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it?
So you got 28 qualifying minutes today. I don't know how many you got today the weekend. I can't remember. I will let you know in due course. It'll be borderline semi-final territory.
Well, somebody wanted to sponsor me petrol money up there. I'm all in to go.
You need to speak to Mr. Rudd.
Yeah. We will see, won't we?
Yeah. It'll be good to see you in the semi-final because, like I say, it's good to see you. Ed, thoroughly well driver. Seem to have the habit of just getting in the right place at the right to take final wins. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Evening rounded off with a nice win for Neil Hooper, and then, after the break, we're heading Skegwood.
The F2 show on Stoxradio. Back in a bit.
One-on-One is Stoxradio's in-depth interview program, where we get the stories and anecdotes from racegoers to drivers, promoters to starters. It's a good look at the dedicated people who make the sport that we love what it is.
Then you put your own fear to the back of the mind and protect that driver. That's what you have to do.
If it's still needed, we are there for the driver.
Obviously, fire is a major risk across any motorsport.
One-on-One on Stoxradio, dedicated to the sport that we love.
The F2 show has nearly as many fans as Gordon Moody.
The F2 show. We've got a semi on.
We have indeed tonight. Welcome back to Stoxradio. It's nice to be here again, guiding you through what can be a brilliant night. Now, usually I work out what the points are and the rest of it. At the moment, it doesn't seem to have a lot of change. There's obviously mid-grid places have gone up and down a bit. It's difficult to say until the final comes in, but at the moment, it does look as though probably the bottom figure will be around about 44 to 47 points to get you into a semi-final position, which should be very good. Now, everyone's at Skeg, and we'll be going to Skeg in a month's time for the semi-finals time, but we were back at Skeg a fortnight ago. We were talking about the Skegness UK Open Speed Weekend. Now, this is going to be a little bit of an epic. We've got the commentary of the UK Open coming up in a moment, but in the meantime, we also have the chat from Skeg with me and Steve. Obviously Steve, part of the commentary team at Skegness for the UK Open again this year. Also, I just want to bring your attention. If you are listening live, give us a hello on the old Spreaker Live chat, which you just have to press on your screen that you've got. You know, the little live speak there. There's a live chat box there underneath the box there. Or alternative, if you're listening on a phone or any other device, you press the little what's it called? Speech bubble, that's the word I'm looking for. And the speech bubble will tell you the information there. Now, just get involved and just drop us a text. Who's going to be in with a shout at the semi-finals this year? Who would you want in your semi? Who don't you want in your semi if you're a driver? We also want to know, spectator-wise, what do you think would be a perfect world final grid? Now, looking at it at the moment, it could well be the case that Speaky and Moody could be in the same semi. I'm all going to say that until later on. So that should be quite interesting to see whether that is the case. We've got Chris Burgoyne going for a front row position today. We've also got the likes of that. So they're all trying to cement the front row position tonight, or just cement the position onto the semi-final grid itself. There we go. Give us a buzz. You know the usual drills. Facebook.com/Stoxradio and Spreaker.com/Stoxradio. Hit the live chat button and you can get talking and we'll read them out if they're good. So like I said, we're going to talk now to Steve Linfield. Excuse me, I've got a cough again. And he was, well, again, part of the team at Skegness for the UK Open weekend. Welcome back to this bit of the F2 show. We are talking now about the Skegness. Well, we're talking about Skegness all night, really, because obviously at the moment they're racing for the final places in the semi-finals for the World Championship this year. Of course, a month later, we'll be heading back there to do the semi-finals. But this weekend was obviously the big weekend for Skegness, and all roads led to there. And we'll start on a Thursday night, shall we, Steve?
Yes, it's become a de facto speed week now. It's been for several years. The speed week bit of it, when it was the Thursday before the Saturday and the Sunday, actually dates back to when it was a shale track. So we're talking 11, 12 years ago now. But it's been in the last, say, let's say 6 or 7 years where it really has become the early travellers go there on the Thursday, but more and more and more drivers are doing it, and also more and more spectators now, because the crowd this year on the Thursday, well, I say it probably set the tone for the rest of the weekend, but the crowd for this year on the Thursday, and it was a lovely sunny evening, was way up on what it normally is.
At the moment, there are quite a lot of quick lower graders in the Skegness area, and that was no surprise to see that, you know, a lot of them did the winning on over the weekend. But it was becoming a bit of a tradition now for Justin Fisher that he wins at least one final at Skegness.
Yes, I can recall 2 years ago he won Thursday night final. Last year he won the final on the Saturday night. This year he wins the final on the Thursday night again. He does have a real liking for St Day, does Justin?
Or Skegness. He likes St Day. Doesn't like St Day at all. Yeah, he's...
Did I say St Day? Oh, yeah. No, he doesn't like St Day at all. No, for Skegness. I've got St Day on the brain. You're keeping me in Cornwall, Johnny. That's what it is.
Yeah, Skegness always was there, and I made the last minute decision on the Tuesday night, basically, to go up to Skegness. I wasn't intending to, but thanks to Lewis Geach and the team, I know they listen to this because they keep on telling me they do, that we went up to Skeggy, and it was a good old fun little journey up. So that was thanks to them for letting me get up there, and they had quite a reasonable weekend. But the Saturday is obviously when the business end starts.
Yes, the business end. Very, very big crowd, bright sunshine, and I say lots of Formula 2s. Well, yes, it was. There was 74 cars, which made it the biggest entry of the year so far, anywhere. So,
yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, though, that there's not... Obviously, the 90 got bookings, didn't they?
The bookings are capped at 90 because that's the format, and believe it or not, they had 10 cancellations in the week alone, all with blown engines.
See, there's an outfit for ZTech.
Well,
I'm not going to
we're
go
not
into
going
that.
to go down that route, but I
No.
have to admit that what you just said there almost recites what the Skegness racing manager said to me with regard to those 10 cancellations, all with blown engines.
So, first, obviously, the traditional start to the speed weekends per se is the Teng Tools Challenge, and between the three world champions present, and it's obviously Craig Finnegan, former Formula 2 driver, George McMillan, and David Aldous for the Saloon Stocks, and wow, that was entertaining. With obviously you were on the speed guns and you were on the times, and Richard Kalita was on the speed guns this year, wasn't he?
That's right. Yes. Yeah. He was on the speed guns, and I was up there looking at the times as they did it. And what we did, we added up the times overall.
And the winner was
George McMillan.
Hey, a win for Formula 2, which didn't happen last year. Unfortunately, James Riker couldn't get the sort of saloon, which was a bit strange, but never mind.
And poor old James did find that Tom Harris went faster in his own car as well, but Tom Harris is an extraordinary talent. And let's face it, James Riker is extremely good, but Tom Harris has been he's been sent down from another planet, I think. Tom Harris.
He's in the mold of the others that we mentioned in that vein. What I would like to see for next year, though, and this is just something for Mr. Brown to consider if he is thinking about it for next year. Next year, I would like to see all the three drivers, do a lap in something they don't know.
All singing, all dancing, national banger.
So something like, or a Robin Reliant, or I don't know, a push bike. I don't know what. Just something to put a little bit of fun into it as well, and I'm sure the crowd would lap that up. That's just a suggestion. You can have that one, Mr. Brown. I won't charge you for it, but there you go. On to the meeting itself, and well, like I say, we was mentioning plenty of quick local yellow tops and blue tops was certainly that, and Jack Marshall was certainly one of them.
Yes, Jack Marshall, who started the year as a red. It's quite a head scratcher that he's fallen down the order so quickly, and proved certainly round his home track of Skegness that he's no yellow top, very fast. James Riggill, another one off blue, again proving very fast, and Andrew Spence, who only ever races at Skegness. In fact, I don't think he's raced anywhere other than Skegness for about 10 years.
Yes, indeed. He's one of those drivers who is, like I say, Skeggy only. It's good.
But by crikey, is he fast at Skegness?
Yes, indeed. I mean, there is quite a, I wouldn't say healthy, but there is quite a useful amount of Skeggy-based drivers now. Obviously, there was more back in the day, but now it does tend to most of the East Anglians do tend to stick to shale, which is to Skeg's detriment when it is obviously domestic meeting.
Yeah, but there is still enough of a local nucleus to have, a local driver base and to have the meetings that they have there.
Yeah, indeed. Well, Kieran Bradford and Mark Meads and people like that, they're the lifeblood of the local sport there. So it's good to see them continue to race. I know that Mark Meads does tend to do a bit of travelling. I've seen him at Birmingham and Northampton this year. So it's good to see him again. I know him quite well. What we also had was a rare win indeed for the man considered West Country, half Scot, half Geordie, because he's taken in under the outlaw brethren of Warren Taylor, and that's Brett Constable. He took a very rare win for him. And he actually drove an absolute blinder on the last bend because he thought he was in second. So I had a quick chat with Brett.
Skegness Speed Weekend, and there's only a couple of heats for the Formula 2s every time, but one of those heats, heat number 2, went the way of a young lad who's basically, he's been a bit upset recently, but he didn't have a great weekend. with us down at down at the British.